Hi, my name is Armando Cruz, creator and founder of Cruz Country Fitness and Physical Therapy. And in today's video, I want to talk about self-control and self-control as it relates to food. I'm bringing this up because I got a message on Facebook, and this particular person, she said, do you have any advice on self-control, on eating the things I'm not supposed to, especially when I'm out with friends in a sports bar or grill? This is a very interesting choice of words that she uses, and it's very telling with the beliefs behind what she should be eating, okay? First of all, should is a very interesting word, and I say that because I'm using that word very loosely, I see very often with my clients and with myself too, that when we use words like should, they don't necessarily serve us. You see, when you say should is a direct judgment call of something that you think is better. It is not something that is inspired. It is a judgment on something that is usually coming from the outside in, meaning this is what society has said, this is what the health gurus have said, this is what X, Y, and Z. Somebody said it, somebody did it, so it must be true. It's very often a supposed to is something that's coming from the outside in. On the flip side of that is want. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to eat, is usually inspired, meaning coming from the inside out. And when you're going about self-control from the perspective of supposed to, meaning this is an external force that is essentially bearing down on you, is what I feel, what I see, and the feeling of overwhelm that I see many of my clients go through, you're setting yourself up for a losing game. Think about that. Think of, when I put these words together, the word that comes to mind is oppression. When I put those thoughts together of supposed to, an external force bearing down on me, I'm thinking of oppression. Now, most people don't think about it that way, but if you think back to any time that you felt, hey, I'm lacking self-control, really ask yourself, why am I supposed to? And why do I have this feeling of I'm supposed to be doing something else? Here's the thing. Unless you go out every single night and you're going out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, one night going out and enjoying with some friends is really not the problem. But here's the thing. We focus on certain things often that are not as productive and don't serve us as well as if we were to look at this through different lens. In other words, if we were to look at this process of eating in one that excites us, one that we want to eat in a certain way. So why is eating healthy not exciting you? Maybe it doesn't taste as good for you. Maybe you just haven't experienced great tasting food. Perhaps you just really enjoy this food and you have some friends, and every time you're around these friends, this is the food that you guys enjoy. It's part of an experience. And to me, experiences are very, very valuable and can be very fruitful. That being said, you also have to be very careful with the experiences that you tie in together. See, there's a great line, great saying, great teaching that I learned from one of my mentors. And he said, whatever gets fired together gets wired together. And so if you have a great experience with friends and that involves drinking a 6-pack or a whole bottle of wine, well, that gets fired together. And now all of a sudden you're like, oh, if I want a good experience, this is my option. But what if you could explore different experiences? What if you can start creating experiences that not only excite you, but also serve you your purpose, what your ultimate goals are. See, all of those things need to be in alignment. So it's not one of these things that, oh, it's whatever makes you feel good. It's, well, you know what? There is a consequence and a repercussion to every action we take. And as a result, you need to ask yourself, is this what I want? And if it is, then follow through. If it isn't, then you need to ask yourself, well, why am I fighting this so much? If you think you're supposed to be eating this, why are you fighting it so much? What about that? What in that belief system is making you think, or is making you not really want to do that? Want to do that, as opposed to should do that. I know I've been rambling and going off a little bit off tangent here, but I think it's important for you to understand that the words that you use become the frame or the lens in which you view the world. So when you start using words like should, understand that it is a judgment call on something that has either been imposed, either self-imposed or imposed by somebody else from the outside in. And I'd encourage you to completely flip that story and start coming from the inside out. And when you lead with the heart, you're going to find yourself much happier, much more excited, and you're going to be much more successful. This has been Armando Cruz, and I'll see you in the next video.